Hello. I'm Jude Robson, and today I'll be asking, or rather taking some questions about auditions and casting. And sorry about the itchy leg. It's been really itchy nowadays, so just ignore that. So, first question is, how do we find out about auditions and castings? Well, it's simple, really. You have to find some sheets, you have to find some pamphlets that tell you what things you would want to do, what the things are going to be doing, but you might want to do. And it's very simple like that. And also, you might have to look on the internet for some things, like websites, performance websites, anything that can really, get you somewhere and somewhere for auditioning, How do you prepare for an acting audition? It was pretty easy. All you gotta do is you have to prepare yourself. You have to, get suited up, look smart, because people doesn't want to think you are some kind of, lunatic who comes in all black. So, get a nice suit, a tie, maybe a nice shirt like this, and you do well. And be confident in yourself, And that's all you need to do. And we'll catch up on that later. How do you prepare for a dance audition? Well, you need to dress for the part. You need to act like a dancer, you have to dress like a dancer, and you have to be the dancer. And fortunately, anybody can do that if they got a nice set of legs and a good noggin in their brain, So, and because you gotta look good, you have to do the audition for dancing. You gotta think of it like dancing routine, just like with the acting that I didn't mention. You have to think of a monologue, any monologue from anything that will even suit the performance they're doing. So you have to be really, good for that count. Now, on for the next set of questions. Who would be in the audition room? Well, obviously there has to be the director, because how does he know who is he gonna pick if he's not going to be there? There's going to be probably the writers who wrote the script or the line you're doing, the producers, maybe some pianists and the musicians, and maybe some producers. I already said producers, but maybe even more producers, because you need many more producers, and maybe some more, more directors, maybe even more directors, two to three of them, like or writers or anything like that. So hell, there'll be a lot of people like that in. Now, what is expected of you in an audition room? Well, be yourself. You have to be confident. Don't do stupid, crazy things, okay? Don't do any of that. Because if you do, you're going to look unprofessional, really unprofessional. Like, so unprofessional that they won't even point a finger at you, let alone buy you dinner. So, don't even do that. Don't do stupid stuff. Be professional. Be yourself. Be calm. Be confident. Because if you're not all that, you're going to be walking right out of that door with nothing but a sad face on your face, and not even a coin in your pocket. So you have to be careful with stuff like that. Now, how should you present yourself in the audition room? Well, you have to be smart, look smart, get a tie, a nice suit, get some nice shoes as well. You can't forget the shoes, and just look at yourself. Or if you're like me, you don't want to look boring. You want to look like you stand away from the crowd. So get like a nice shirt like this, colourful. People can see it a mile away. They'll know it's you. They'll know it's the guy they asked for. So, just ask them that. It's very simple, And now here's some personal questions towards me. What kind of performer do I see myself in the future? Well, I see myself as a comedic actor, or a comedic performer. I make people laugh on a daily basis as well, but, it happens. I also want to be a voice actor. I'm very, high expressed for my voice. I could talk a lot. I could do a lot of silly voices, It's very simple, Anybody will want to do that. It's more fun, and I like making people laugh. It's part of my blood. It's free for everybody, Not the blood, the laughs. What part do I think I'd be cast as, and why? Well, that's a good question, because I think I can choose a lot of good, casts. I'm thinking of being a good gangster, Trilby, nice fedora, there it is, fedora, suit, tie, nice spandex shoes, and a Tommy gun in my hand with a cannoli in the other, or cigar, or both. It's either way, you know, I want to be a gangster, you know, because I think it's a perfect. I've watched so many gangster films, and I've read so many gangster books, and I've played so many gangster games that I know how they used to do it back then. You know, you don't pay them their money, you're gonna have to pay back with your fingers, you know, or if you don't pay up, they're gonna burn your house down, you know, because you do something like that, they're gonna burn the house down. And you know, they talk like this, saying, "Wah, this is Edward G. Robinson saying, wah," you know, it's can't talk like this, you see. So stereotyping, you know, 1920s to 30s gangsters, you know, that's kind of what I'm into, and that's why I think I'll be perfect for roles like that, you know. And finally, what style of dance suits me? Well, I think a nice good Russian dance suits me. You know, the whole 1-2, the legs coming up. You have to be really down on the floor, but hey, any you know, height is perfect. Also 70s dances, you know, like Saturday Night, John Travolta style, leisure suits. I think that's perfect for me. And also 1920s and 30s dances, because I'm really into sort of things like that, and you don't get many people who are, so I just think to myself, hey, how can that be hard, you know? And to be truth be told, it is. But through time and practice, you'll get there. And I'll get there. And everybody will get there eventually. So it's not all, you know, up in flames. So, hey, that's pretty good. And that concludes my final question. And I hope whoever's listening to this enjoys my rambling, because I've enjoyed it myself. So, take care, au reservoir, auf Wiedersehen, and so on, so on.